All right. Surprise. We got a little midnight special, for all my night shift people. Who better to start it off than with the mummies, okay? These people, who are these people? They're born between January 15th to February 12th, okay? So these people are about obligations, okay? And they're about work, doing that obligation. They're about karma, all right, which is actions, all right, of their obligations. And that's something that they do until they die. That's why they also represent the graveyard, which is underground, all right? And they're pharaohs, so that represents boss. So you have a lot of underground bosses as mummy individuals, okay? And depending on if they're Aquarius mummies versus Capricorn mummies, like the Capricorn mummies, they represent more of work, doing the full-on obligation, like the Grim Reaper, okay, like on this shirt, okay? Because I guarantee you the Grim Reaper is definitely a Capricorn mummy, 100%. Absolutely. Because remember, the Grim Reaper is not death. They work for death, okay? And I don't know anybody other than a Capricorn that would volunteer for eternity to work, okay? That's how much the Capricorn mummies are dedicated to their obligations and their duties to society, okay? Versus to themselves, okay? So if there's more Aquarius mummies, they're to society. If it's more Capricorn mummies, is to their kingdom. All right, there you go. It's the first time we ever really heard of mummies. It was on some pharaoh things, like we heard of zombies, but mummies are not zombies. Okay, zombies are the broke form of mummies. You know what I mean? Moving on. What do these people value? They value the people. Okay, 'cause like I said, when they're on top, they just want to serve the people. So a lot of them rise to power serving the people. You find them a lot of serving roles. I mean, you think about Oprah. What does Oprah do? She serves the people. Okay. How does she rise to fame? She's a talk show for the people. What is Oprah? An underground boss. There are other celebrities, okay? What is her speech? Very dual-natured. They have a dual nature of communication, okay? It just all depends on who they're talking to. Sometimes they're secretive. Sometimes they don't want to talk. Sometimes they're loving to talk, all right? It just depends, It really depends. If they're on the Capricorn mummy side, they're going to be more on the don't talk to me unless it's something important, national security level. If they're on the Aquarius mummy side, they'll be more likely to talk to you on extreme levels, i.e. Oprah. Why is something that their hidden comfort is their independence and their alone time? Because they're always busy serving people. They're always around people. They're always serving. So what better thing to value than being by themselves, okay? And I'm telling you, silence and being by themselves, that is their hidden comfort, okay? Their kids are spoiled. They're going to spoil their kids, all right? They can be bad. They keep them in line, but then they turn around and spoil them. Like, they have their arm be twisted. They be like, here. Okay, because they serve the community, but there ain't no way in the world they're going to serve a community and not serve their kids better, okay? Like, they rise and they're emperor level status, so they going to make sure their kids is represented because they care about status. They care about status, so their kid got to be a certain level, okay? You thought the president was top-notch security. You ain't met the right mummy, okay? Who are their obstacles? Short distance travels, communication, family members, younger siblings, okay? They all become obstacles. All those things, okay? Ops. Childish games. Yeah. Those genie-like people. Obstacles for them. Especially younger siblings, man. Like I said, I'm giving you game, too much game. Anyway, they're partners. The type of partners they need, the lichens. They need those lichens because they're too busy serving the people, so they need someone that can serve them. Nourishment, giving them that right amount of nourishment and all. and you know, the wealth comes on in. Okay, they don't need you for their wealth. The wealth was coming with or without them. Okay, but if you can nourish, they will nourish you with the ding 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 ding. It's not all about that, but like whatever that is to you. Okay, you might not even need the money too, but however they nourish when they get nourished. Okay, but that's it. Anyway, their alter ego. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Their father. That's it. That's their alter ego. All right. How they feel about their father, their relationship with their father. That's how they feel about their alter ego. Okay. That's how you know. I gave too much game. It's too much sauce. You can do your little digging on your own. With that, mentally, you got to meditate. You don't need to go researching. Just sit with what I say. See if it resonates and how it resonates. And you'll know I'm telling the truth. Anyway, 9, organization. Okay, when they travel, they need an itinerary, keeping their health in order. That is the biggest blessing to their fortune in life, keeping their health. All right, because I know y'all face some health issues and whatnot, and as long as y'all get on order and keep that up, watch what you eat, watch what you put in your stomach. Yeah, absolutely. Obligations. What are the obligations? Yeah, to make kings or queens. Yeah, form relationships. That's something they're going to be obligated to do. All right. They're going to have to serve in their relationships. That's where they get exalted the most. All right. Around 33, 36, events take place that force them to mature and rise. A lot of them get late marriages, you know, out of obligations and whatnot. And the late marriages are the ones that last. If you a mummy, depending on other placements and stuff and other influences, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you a mummy, if you tried to marry early, it didn't work out. I'm just gonna tell you, it didn't work out. You got a divorce, some way, shape, or form. It is what it is. But if you marry later in life, like after, you know, certain energies mature in you after like 33, 36, yeah, that one will do far better than if you try to get married young. But anyway, their network circles are hush hush, top flight security. We don't even need to talk about them, okay? Because no one knows. They keep them hidden. You're not gonna know what the mummies or the pharaohs, who, you know, their counterparts are. You don't need to know the network circles unless you're in the network. That's it. That's all you need to know. Anyway, and then their obligations, their inner world, their subconscious, their escapism, they tend to escape they struggle with escaping from teaching because they got to teach. Eventually, you're going to end up teaching y'all. Subconsciously, that's what's going to put you forward. You're going to have to teach. Make sure you get your finances in order because you're going to have to travel too. 9 out of 10 times, you're going to travel from your homeland. And yeah, build your kingdom in a different land. That's what's going to happen. I say 8 out of 10 times. 8 out of 10 times someone's going to travel. It can definitely, you know, it manifest, but yeah, you're going to travel from the homeland. All right. And like I said, there be events that lead to the rise. All right. So like, if you feel like you're struggling, if you feel like you a mummy, you feel like you just lost, you like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. Around 30, 33, 36, it clicks, you skyrocket, you take off. All right. And by 42, you on a yacht. All right. Think big. Okay. Cause yeah, but yeah, that was enough. I gave y'all game first. So thank y'all. You know, keep sharing, repost.